Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to today's edition of Daily DarkSide. And today, just going to be a show of some random thoughts. Thought I'd do a show on some games today that help. It helped me get an affinity or a love for being a gamer. As you guys know, I don't just do Daily Dark Side. I'm also a Twitch streamer who streams video games. I have a EFED, which is ECW Revival, which, by the way, guys, we'll get into toward the end of the show. And I have a Sunday morning Madden stream that I do every Sunday during the NFL season. And I've been doing this for over 6 years, almost seven. And even as a small streamer, for some reason or another, despite the ups and downs, despite the fact that I'm not a partner streamer, I'm just an affiliate, and I've been an affiliate since the beginning when they started the program a few years ago. I'm pretty happy and content. Well, I don't want to really say content because I'm happy with how the channel has grown. I'm over 1,300 followers, and I've built a pretty decent community, and I enjoy your guys' company. No question about it. I mean, my community is number one to me, and the most important thing to me about this channel. But I guess being content is not the right, because it's just like my job. I go to work and I'm happy I have my job. I'm happy I'm in the position I'm in. I'm pretty happy with the amount of money I get from it. But I'm never really completely content because I know that there are things out there, if I really put the effort to it, to do better. And that's one of the reasons why I decided doing this show in the mornings for about a half hour or so, and talk to you guys and just give some news tidbits, gets like do a testimony of my Christian faith like I did yesterday, do a show about uh, gaming and how business, getting involved with the gaming business is something anyone with aspirations of wanting a good career would be something viable to think about. It's been something I've thought about. However, that is not one of my top career interests. My top career interest for years has been getting into the medicine field. I'm a biochemistry major, Bachelor of Science biochemistry major, with a minor in forensic science over at the university I went to, but haven't finished yet. So I got pretty much a good amount of knowledge from the college classes that I've taken. It's just that being able to get the resources and the funds to finish, that's another challenge. And the time, of course. I will say this, that I can be a big procrastinator. I'm not going to lie. And what I am attempting to do, because my job allows me to, is to enroll and finish these courses that I need, doing online classes, and all I need to do now is get my get my registrar and everything set up, and my official transcript of all my classes and grades. So I'm going to move forward with that, and I'm off board for that. So that's something that I'm going to put a priority on and obtain that and get that taken care of so I can start going to school again. So that's one of my top goals. That right there, it isn't long, it's short term because classes will be starting up again soon. I'm hoping to do a spring semester. So, we'll see how that goes. And hopefully, something will come up from it. Because success, you never want to become complacent and be too comfortable where you at. You always got to look toward the future. Like right now, I'm in a position where in my division I can go higher if I wanted to, but there are also other branches I can go out in and take to get to the next step. And that's the awesome thing about working for a company, a big company. You can take what you have, even though you're at a pretty high level, but there's always another level you can go to. And to an extreme, there's also other options out there for you. There are other companies you can work for. There are other interests that you may have or think about, and you can look into them. And some people are afraid to do it, and they'll think, well, I don't know. I don't have the experience, or I don't know. I just don't have the time. Don't make excuses for yourself. Do not make excuses. Go out there and if you have those interests and you have those goals, whether they be short term, long term, go out there and start talking to people. First and foremost, start talking to people who do what you want to eventually do. It doesn't hurt to do that and get some get some advice, get some good advice from those people because that's something that I've done pretty much every single time. If I want to go somewhere in a particular job, I'll talk to that person in charge and say, "Hey, what do I got to do to get my foot in the door?" Or, "Hey, this looks like it's a pretty nice area to work. What do I need to do?" It doesn't hurt to start a conversation like that. The worst they can say is, "Well, they'll ask you, well, do you have 2 or 3 years experience with this? Have you done this? Do you know this?" And don't be afraid to be honest and say no, you don't. I mean, just go out there and be successful in whatever you want to do. You don't have to be stuck in a position where it's going to make you unhappy because trust me, I've been there. I've been there. I used to be a electronics department manager at a retailer for years, for about 5 or 6 years. In between that time, I worked at a warehouse. I didn't like it, so I went back. And fortunately, I was put back into my old position because the person they had before wasn't satisfactory. Um, you need to continue to grow where you're at and don't let your supervisors dictate growth, where they see you as far as growth. Only you know inside that you if you feel like you're ready. And that's something that I wish management, yeah, they see what you do, but do they really know what you do? They don't see you 24/7. Don't be deflated when management comes to you and say, "I'm nope, I'm sorry. We don't think it's the right time for you to be in this position." Based off what? Based off what? Watching me like 1 day out of a 5 day work week. Everybody's going to have their bad day. So, and you just have to go out there and push yourself to be the best. Shadukin, what's going on, my friend? I'm going to do a shout out in the middle of the show. I'm going to do a shout out because Shadukin. Let me tell you something about Shadukin. When I started streaming, and him and I were in the same community, we started playing games together. And Shadukin is one of the earlier streamers who, you know, that I hooked up with, and we started playing in the Destiny community, and we started playing Destiny. And I encourage you guys to go follow him, twitch.tv/Shadookin, and go check him out. Shadookin, good morning. I hope you're doing okay, bud. Did you just get off work? And looks like he's been playing Dishonored too. So go check him out, guys. Go check out Shadookin. He's one of my earlier peers that I've collaborated with since I've been a streamer, and we both grown pretty well as smaller streamers and continue to grow. It was your night off? Nice. Okay. So if Shadookin, I hope you plan on streaming today. I'm gonna, I like putting people over that I've known, especially for as long as what I've known you, bud. And I hope you had a good night. I hope you didn't sleep the whole night. Since you work overnight, that'll throw your internal alarm clock off a little bit. But anyway, I appreciate you coming by and listening to the show, bud. Appreciate it. But and anybody else that's come in, this is Daily Darkside. We're 7 episodes in, and we're getting into the topic of discussing being successful. And since we're on the subject of talking about Twitch streamers, the same with that. Like I said, I've been a Twitch streamer for almost 7 years, and you could take me for an example, and it really doesn't bother me as much because right now I have a stable full-time job. And I have to have a stable full-time job because I have a family, I have a wife, I have 2 young kids that I have to provide for. And I know if being a quote-unquote full-time streamer is something that would be a dream of mine, but I realize it would not be viable if I were to say, oh, I'm going to quit my job today and I'm going to be a full-time streamer. And because at this point, there's no guarantee that it's going to work. And that's why you got to continue to build. You got to continue to push and work hard, streaming, delivering new and fresh content, new and fresh ideas for your community. And also, speaking of the community, something that I definitely want to get back into doing is doing community, if I can talk right, community nights where I pick at least one day a week. You should always pick one day a week to give your community, spend time with your community, play games with your community, and that's something that I did a little bit in the past, and I admit should have done more. So that's something that I plan on getting back into because, like I said, my community and anybody's community for that matter should be the number one priority of a streamer, the number one focus of a streamer. So, and it's pretty much like with a job. You can compare streaming, what you do streaming, to be able to build yourself into a full-time streamer, your own boss. You can relate that to my job or anybody's job. You set yourself some hours to do it. You dedicate yourself time outside of that to plan ahead in what you're going to do for your stream. And being yourself. What you see every time I stream is the same person that I am outside of this stream. I don't like to pretend to be someone I'm not. I don't like to do fancy gimmicks. I've known other people in the past that have tried that. I know people who currently today try that. And because what that will do is people will find out, especially if it relates to your relationship status. Like if you're someone who pretends they're single and they're not, and that gets back to the community, and you're insinuating you're single, then that is going to give a bad interpretation, And then if other red flags come up, that's even going to grow more into the area of the streamer, a bunch of red flags being thrown and the streamer not being a very trustworthy person. So you always want to be yourself. Now, if you want anybody that wants to come up with a persona and stick with that persona, that's great. Hey, go for it. You know, I am more or less theme based. My stream name is DarkSide Caster. I call myself Darth Barton because my love for Star Wars. Also, I kind of rebranded myself a little bit to playing Star Wars games, even though I haven't played a Star Wars game on stream for about a month. We are going to get back on track, and that's something I need to work on for myself. That's one of my short-term goals. So that's something that is very, very key for streaming or for your job. Set yourself some short-term and long-term goals. What do you want to do with what is put in front of you? But guys, that's pretty much all I had to talk about within this 30-minute window. I know it's only about 16, 17 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream short, cut the show short a little bit. This is probably the shortest show that we've had so far, and it's going to be like that because Daily Dark Side is within a window of 30 minutes, and I will admit this morning I woke up a little bit later than normal, a little bit unprepared. It's a topic. Like I said, there's going to be some shows that's going to be just some topics off the top of my head. And also, one other note, we are not going to go into the presidential debate, any of them. I made that clear. I stick to my own rules in chat. No politics. I'm not going to go into politics when I do any other stream. I'm definitely not going to go into politics on Daily Dark Side because, in my opinion, politics is a divider. It can divide communities, and you guys know how I feel anyway. I just do not care for either candidate. I do not think they will lead us into a better future in the next 4 years. So I don't really I will say this. I will say this one thing. In my opinion, if there is a third candidate on that ballot outside of the Democrat and Republican candidate, Biden or Trump, I'd vote for that third party candidate at this point. That's just me. But again, I don't plan on voting. I don't plan on voting. I haven't voted, and I said this on Twitter. I haven't voted since the last time I voted was the '96 election, and I've not voted since because that's when I started realizing, where's the change? Has it come? Not so much. And either way, if you go vote, I'm not telling anybody not to vote. If you guys want to go vote. But, always know that there are other people out there that's going to be on the ballot, other than Trump or Biden. Just keep that in mind. All right, guys. Shadukin, once again, thanks for coming in, bud. I greatly appreciate you popping in. Always great to see you come into the stream. I'll definitely return in kind. I've seen you streaming yesterday. I was gonna pop in, but it got late, so I didn't get a chance to. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's Daily Dark Side. We will be back again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we may talk about a little bit of the Thursday night football game that's going to happen and get into week 4 a little bit. We'll see about that topic and anything else that pops up on my mind. But anyway, guys, take care. Have a good hump day. It is Wednesday. Enjoy yourselves out there. If you're off work today like me, enjoy it. If not, be careful out there going to work and have a great work day, whatever you do. And however you may be doing it, may the force be with you. I will see you guys next time. Take care, guys.